Alright. Let's get off of this thing. We're off. Whew. The wind is good today. Hoping I get back into these mangroves and it kind of cuts out the wind some, because right now we are right into the wind. Feels good. Current is still going pretty good, combined with the wind that's headwind. We're gonna see about getting closer to shore. That water isn't as crazy. It's not so bad around the corner, at least for now. But we're coming into more big water. Into the wind now. Yeah, the wind's picked up here and it's crazy, and it's coming in as a headwind, and I'm pretty much getting nowhere paddling. Trying to get over to the side shoreline, hopefully block some of that that's coming in, but I don't think I'm having much luck. So we're probably gonna have to go to the east side of this, because that wind is coming straight out north, and that's a workout. But we're making some progress, albeit slow. Getting it. island. There's birds all in it. They're just going crazy. Probably because of me. So the wind is kicking my ass, and I've just clamped onto a little mangrove here to take a drink break and then so check my map and weather. I'm gonna check my map here and check the weather, because this wind is just killing me today. Well, the high tide's in, and the wind, well, it says it's down to force 3, so 12 miles per hour, 18 gusts, so we'll deal with it. We'll be fine. Alright, we're gonna pull off of this. Continue on our way. So, we've just passed that big old bay behind me. We're coming into a narrower channel of the river that leads up to the opening to the creek. And I anticipate things will be, hopefully, a lot easier. Once we get into that creek, we'll be turning east. So hopefully the current and the wind will work to our advantage at that point. And then from east, we'll be going, we do turn north once more, but it's a short stint, and then east and south. So hopefully it'll be favorable. High tide is in, so from here the tide will start going out slowly, and once we make that turn east and even north at that point, it'll be to our advantage. So this is a nice little part of it. There are houses, because this is the mainland over here, and there's a lot of docks, some in better condition than others, as you can see. And hopefully this will be a peaceful paddle starting at the mouth of the creek. Peaceful back here. Finally got into the smaller channel. Less wind. There's still current, but it's manageable. And now, hopefully, it's time for a nice, relaxing paddle. But you never know, around each curve, the current could be stronger, the wind could pick up. I guess that's part of the adventure. The helicopter flying overhead right now. last time we paddled this, me and Mrs. Camper, we realized the easiest way through these mangrove maze is to just follow the moving water, because it will show you the path. And I'll circle around and let you see that. You can just see up here this line of water here. That's the flow. And then in other areas, offshoots, it's not moving. It's especially moving today with the wind. The wind's coming from somewhere. Right now it's pretty decent, but I bet you once I get around here it might be a different story. Yeah, I feel it. But you just follow it and it will show you the way. So we're gonna head up there. So at this point, the wind is to my back and it's working to my advantage. Say I don't even have to paddle, and you can see the wind and whatever current is coming in still. Mostly the wind. It's just taking us. All I gotta do is steer. Fish right in front of me. Probably should take a moment, cast out my line. Might anchor on and throw my line out a little bit. Hopefully, I know there's a lot of oyster beds here. Or hopefully, this is pretty open. Hopefully, there are some fish hiding out in some of these nooks. Sun's coming out. Well, cast out on all these points and I got nothing, so I'm gonna continue on my way. Wind is back. I rounded a corner and here it is. Oh well, nothing to it but to do it. hope that around the next corner, it goes away. More fish jumping in front of me. I'm jumping on my hook. Oh, I actually see some little rolling white caps on my left. And it's getting bigger here, but yeah, look at them. Wow. Not particularly excited for those. That was cool. Definitely opening up here. We're getting wider. And we can start to see some condos off in the distance on the beach side here. I don't know if you can see them, but they're right in there. So I just stopped to take a drink break, reapply sunscreen, because it is like just past 12:30. Put my sleeves down because it is becoming the height of the day, and the UV index is pretty high today. And one concern I have, due to my kidney transplant, if you're not familiar with that, I can link that video down below or splice in that segment, is I'm more susceptible to skin cancer. So made sure to apply that. Here we go. You can see now that the current is just taking me down. And I mean, like, we're cooking. Tide is going out, so we're headed in the same direction for now. Again, it's twists and turns, so we'll be fighting it around a few curves, but for now it's to our advantage. All right, we're coming up to our major turn. Right, there it is, right off, oh, right in there. And that is a housing development that's right on a little, almost an island outcrop, and it's a good landmark to let you know that you're going to be turning and headed back. Here's the backside of those people's houses. Basically, we are at the halfway point now of the Hunter Creek paddle. It's confluence here. The water's getting a little rougher. This is where Hunter Creek and the inlet, I guess, waters come in. So we just have to get past this, and then we'll hit Smyrna Creek, and there are some more boaters on this side than I anticipated, but otherwise we're doing good. So I just paddled by a boat out here, pontoon boat. A bunch of people on it fishing. Oh, very nice. I wasn't sure if I should paddle in front of them or behind them. I went for the more shallow. Figured it'd be easier on me than going out into this big channel here. there's a giant sandbar out there, but tide's still not low enough to get out on it. Not that I would want to. Now we're headed to Smyrna Creek, and we make the route back to our launch point. Alright, so we've just come through here and we made it down into here. We just got to keep on going and we'll make it back to the truck. Well, this stretch has been nothing but into the wind. Heading east right now. As you can see, the waterway is opened up. It's pretty wide. I've been trying to stay to the sides. I got these oyster beds right here. I don't know if you can see those down there. And I'm hoping that helps against the wind pushing the water, but I'm pretty sure that the wind's just pushing me on the water, so probably futile. Either way, I'm on the stretch to return home, or I should say back to the launch, and the tide's going out at this time, so it's nothing but getting there. It's been a good paddle. It's been very fun. It's been very challenging. The wind, you know, the wind is so much more predominant out here on the water, especially in these big open spots. And you just gotta paddle harder because it just wants to push you backwards. And you paddle and you get half the speed that you normally would if there was no wind. But if you can get that wind to your back, then it doubles you pretty much. I haven't had that luxury today, but it's all in the adventure, I guess. This is what I signed up for. This is what I want to do. I want to come out here, and I want to paddle, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So kudos me. Beautiful out here. Despite the challenges, I love it. It's beautiful and I'm happy to be here, even with the wind and the obstacles I gotta get over. This beats being stuck in my house married to a machine, a dialysis machine. Not my wife, she's wonderful. For 9 hours a day, only able to experience stuff like this through the internet, YouTube. So now instead of watching YouTube, I'm making YouTubes. I hope you all are watching them. And if you haven't, please like, give it that thumbs up, subscribe. So next time I post a video, you will be notified. That'd be great. That helps out YouTubers. I'm no means a professional YouTuber. I do it for fun and because I can now, which is wonderful to be able to just go out and do this. It's just when I stop paddling, you can hear the water is just so peaceful. And I love it. So yeah, please like and subscribe and comment. Leave some comments. I would love to hear from the people watching my videos. Love to interact with you. It would just give me more encouragement to continue to come out and make these videos. You know, I can't do a regular schedule, but you know, when I can, I grab the cameras and I take them with me, and I just enjoy making content. I enjoy editing it. So if you can help in that way, I'd be really appreciative. But I'm loving it out here. I've paused a couple times, clamped off to some mangroves, and just tried casting. I'm not a great fisherman. I'm not even a great paddler. But, you know, I try it all. I'm having fun. Alright, well, we're approaching our curve to start heading south from east. Been going east for probably 30 minutes. So now we are getting even closer. But this big turn, I'm hoping, changes the dynamic of the paddle and makes it a bit easier. And I'm hoping that that wind gets in my back, on my back, and just helps with the speed I paddle, because that wind will just definitely help. And here's that turn. Look at this. Still in big water by my standards. Hasn't narrowed yet, but that's coming up. It's just beautiful out here. Back to paddling. I can see some rooftops up ahead that I'm pretty sure are the Marine Science Center where we parked. But it's a straight shot as the crow flies there, but this creek is not. It's going to twist and turn, so probably double the distance than if the crow was flying. But we're still just peaceful, still got that wind to my back. Wonderful. And I'm just enjoying it. Short of like the launch and that big turn and the inlet up there, inlet shores where those houses were, I haven't seen anybody. Just birds. That little guy over there. It's an ibis. Ibis? Ibis? I say it's an ibis. They're an aquatic bird. Sometimes they're in my front yard. Oh, I'm losing them, huh? There he is. How you doing? They're cool. I remember this split from when me and Mrs. Camper came out, and our water level was a lot lower, so we opted to take the right path, as in the right side, and not the left. But I'm pretty sure that the right path is deeper, so I could probably take either one at this time with the water. But I'm gonna go right again. The problem with this paddle route is that it's all mangrove. So, I mean, if you want to brake, you have to take a break in your boat. There's nowhere to get out. It's all muck and mangroves. So, it's a wonderful, beautiful paddle. As long as you can stay in your boat for the duration, and it's probably on a good paddler 3 hours. For me, it was about 4. I mean, I'm approaching the return now, but yeah, oyster beds, exposed oyster beds like this one here, mangroves and muck. There's one sandbar you could probably use at low tide. I got the big turn up there where those houses were. But otherwise, you're in the boat. Look at that guy. It's a big bird. We're gonna see. Get him there on the footage. Oh, there he goes. Well, I was gonna get him on the zoom camera, but he decided to take off because I got too close to him, I guess. Very shallow with oysters underneath me right now. Let's see if I can get some footage with this other camera. You can see the oysters as I'm pushing away from it, but it's very shallow here. That radio tower is my end point. Alright, there we are. We're pretty much back to where we started. You know, I think about how I would have never been able to do this or even attempt to do this before. Just didn't have the energy. My hemoglobin, you know, was a constant battle, and there'd be days where it would sap me, and I'd just lay in bed the majority of the day and nap. And now, I mean, just look at this. Beautiful out here. To be able to come out here and experience all this. This is what I love. I love it. And again, it's all thanks to my wife. My beautiful, beautiful wife, Mrs. Camper. So we're getting back to our launch on the Hunter Creek. This is a paddle loop in the city of New Smyrna Beach, Florida. I recommend it. Take your time on it. Enjoy what it has, because it's got a lot to offer. It's beautiful scenery. Plan your trip accordingly with the tides, and you'll have no problem. Much easier than last time.